Home Studio Start podcast.
Ever felt like your musical dreams are kind of stuck behind, I don't know, an invisible velvet rope?
Yeah, like you need that golden ticket from a big label.
Exactly. Just to get heard, even.
Huh.
But what if I told you the key to, like, flying free, creating your music, reaching your fans? Well, what if it's actually right there in your hands?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everyone, to the Home Studio Start podcast.
Great to be here.
Today, we're doing a deep dive, and we've got an absolutely essential read for any aspiring independent artist.
Definitely.
It's an article called Music Marketing Tips to Help You Create Superfans. It's by Rodrigo Marquez, straight from the Home Studio Start blog.
You know their slogan, home recording made easy.
And he really delivers on that promise, doesn't he? So our mission today is simple. Sift through all this info, pull out those crucial nuggets,
Give you that shortcut.
Exactly. A shortcut to understanding how to launch your independent music career.
And Rodrigo's piece is perfect for that. For this deep dive, we're really focusing on his clear, practical roadmap, how you can actually start and, genuinely grow a home recording career.
Achieving those musical dreams,
Yeah.
but like without relying on the old school labels.
Totally. And what's fascinating, I think, is how Rodrigo just distills that path, how to be successful, independent, now in the digital age. He shows home recording isn't just accessible. It's actually a super powerful launchpad.
Here.
He zeroes in on 5 key areas, and we're going to break them all down for you.
All right, let's kick things off with something that, well, it often makes artists cringe a little, right? Marketing.
The M word.
It's seen as this kind of dirty word in creative circles. Like it's for suits, not for, art.
Mm-hmm.
But Rodrigo comes out swinging. He makes a really strong case that it's absolutely necessary. So talk to the artist listening right now, the one who just wants to make music. Why does Rodrigo say marketing isn't just helpful, but the absolute key?
Well, he kind of redefines it, which I think is smart.
Yeah.
For Rodrigo, marketing isn't really about hard selling.
Right.
It's about understanding needs and then creating, communicating, and delivering actual value to your audience.
Ah, okay. So value, not just ads.
Exactly. The aha moment is realizing it's not separate from your art. It's actually how your art finds the people it's meant for.
Right.
And it's crucial because, let's be honest, the music industry is just incredibly competitive.
It's insanely crowded, yeah.
There's a flood of amazing music out there. Way more supply than demand, frankly. And listeners, they have more choices than ever before.
And a massive part of that, I guess, is all the digital tech, right? The internet, social media, streaming.
Oh, absolutely. That's completely flipped the script. On one hand, these tools have lowered the barrier to entry to, almost nothing.
Anyone can upload a track now.
Pretty much. Anyone with a laptop and internet can record and distribute music globally. But the flip side is that massive surge in competition. It's just so much harder to cut through all that noise. And that's where marketing stops being a dirty word and becomes your most vital tool. It's how you get found, how you connect, how you actually sustain a career.
So it's way beyond just selling records or streams. It's more like building a whole world around your music.
Exactly that. Strategic marketing helps you pinpoint and actually connect with the right audience.
The people who really get it.
Yes, those people who genuinely resonate with your sound, who are eager to support you. It's how you build that devoted fan base, how you carve out your unique personal brand so you stand out, and ultimately how you generate the income you need to keep doing what you love, making music.
Okay, but what if you're a musician thinking, look, I went to music school, not business school. Where do I even start learning this stuff?
Rodrigo has a pretty practical take on that, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's very down to earth about it. He basically says the best way to learn marketing is, well, just by doing it.
Jumping in.
Yeah. Apply the principles to your own music. Experiment. Try different tactics. See what works.
Some things will flop, guaranteed. Others might soar. But every single effort teaches you something valuable. It's this ongoing process, You iterate, your skills get sharper, your results get better over time.
So don't wait for a marketing degree, basically.
yes.
Start now.
Exactly. Start experimenting.
That makes so much sense. Okay, now, here's where it gets really interesting for a lot of our listeners, I bet. The gear.
Shiny stuff.
Right. Rodrigo makes this pretty bold claim that you absolutely don't need super expensive, complicated equipment. He says most of what you need is accessible with just a computer and the internet.
It really levels the playing field, doesn't it?
Totally. So for someone thinking about setting up their own home studio, what are these essential tools Rodrigo mentions?
Okay, so he breaks them down into key categories. And the core idea is, yeah, you can get professional results with gear that's surprisingly affordable. First up, for recording, you obviously need a computer.
Laptop, desktop.
Either works. Just needs decent processing power, memory, storage. Then your digital audio workstation, your DAW.
That's the software, right?
Exactly. Your virtual studio. It's where you record, edit, mix, master everything. You've got free options like Audacity or GarageBand, great for starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go up to industry standards like Pro Tools, Ableton Live, Logic Pro. The key isn't the price tag, it's picking one and really learning it inside out.
Right, so master the tool you have, don't just chase the most expensive one. What else for recording?
You'll definitely need a microphone, something to capture your sound clearly. A versatile USB mic, like a Blue Yeti, is a super popular starting point.
Easy to use?
Very. Or a classic dynamic mic like the Shure SM58. If you go that route, a non-USB mic, you'll also need an audio interface.
Okay, what's that?
It's basically the little box that connects your mic to your computer. It converts the analog sound signal into digital data the computer understands.
Gotcha.
Focusrite Scarlett interfaces are like everywhere. Really good quality for the price. And finally, you absolutely need good headphones or studio monitors. Can't mix what you can't hear accurately.
Makes sense. Sennheiser, Sony. Those are pretty standard for headphones.
Yeah, those are solid choices for monitoring your sound.
Okay, so you've recorded your tracks, but you're not done yet, right?
Right.
You need to polish them. What about the tools for editing, mixing, and mastering?
Right. And the good news is, most of these functions are actually built right into your DW software.
Oh.
Editing is pretty straightforward. Cutting, copying, trimming, arranging your audio clips. Think of it like shaping the raw material.
Getting the structure right.
Exactly. Then mixing. That's where the magic starts to happen. You're balancing all your different tracks, vocals, guitars, drums, whatever, using tools like EQs to shape the tone.
Like adjusting bass and treble, you're way more detailed.
Precisely. And compressors to control the dynamics, make things sound punchier, more consistent. Plus, adding effects like reverb or delay to create space and atmosphere.
Okay.
And mastering is that final polish, optimizing the overall sound, making sure it's loud enough and sounds good on earbuds, car stereos, everything.
So it translates well.
Exactly. Again, your DAW has tools for this. Or you can get specialized plugins, like Isotope Ozone is a big one. Or even use online mastering services like Landar.
Wow, online mastering too.
Yeah, the tech is pretty amazing now. The main takeaway is learn these processes. The tools themselves are often more accessible than you might think.
Okay, and then the big one, getting your music out there. Distribution and promotion. What tools does Rodrigo point to for that?
Okay, for distribution, getting it onto platforms, he highlights a couple of main paths. You can upload directly yourself to places like SoundCloud or Bandcamp.
Good for direct fan connection.
Definitely. Great for building community. Or, and this is key for wider reach, you use an aggregator. Think DistroKid, CD Baby, TuneCore.
What do they do?
They take your music and, usually for a small fee or a cut, distribute it everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all the big streaming platforms.
Oh, okay. That saves a ton of work.
Huge time saver. Then for promotion, well, social media is your playground. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Wherever your potential fans hang out?
Right. Those are your organic tools, sharing content, interacting directly. And if you want to get more targeted, these platforms have powerful paid ad tools too.
Like Facebook ads, Instagram ads.
Exactly. You can really zero in on specific demographics or interests. And don't overlook influencer promotion.
Collaborating with creators.
Yeah, finding people who already have the ear of an audience you want to reach. The amazing thing is, all these tools, they're accessible to you, the independent artist, right from your home.
It really is incredible. Rodrigo shows how much power you actually have now. You can build a serious professional level setup and distribution network without needing that traditional record deal.
It's empowering, isn't it?
Totally. Okay, so you've got the tools sorted. But Rodrigo immediately pivots to something really fundamental, defining your musical goals and style. Why is that so critical? Before you even hit record or start promoting, what does this actually mean for you as an artist?
It's basically your compass, your North Star for everything else. Defining your goals and style isn't about boxing yourself in, not at all. It's about focusing your energy, making sure you're authentically expressing who you are as an artist, and, crucially, attracting the right audience for your music.
The people who will connect with it.
Exactly. And for goals, Rodrigo pushes the SMART framework. You've probably heard of it. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Right. So not just like, I want to be famous, but something more actionable.
Precisely. Instead of that vague dream, it becomes something like, I will record and release one new song every single month for the next 6 months.
Okay, that's concrete.
Or I will grow my email list by 10% this quarter. Or even a technical goal like, I'll make sure all my final tracks hit a loudness level of Manigault 14 LUFS by the end of the year.
I see. Gives you clear targets, lets you track progress.
It's all about being intentional. And then for defining your musical style, he suggests the 3W framework. What, who, and why.
What, who, why? Okay.
What kind of music are you actually making? Genre, tempo, mood, instruments, lyrics, production style? Get specific. Who is your target audience? Demographics, interests? Where do they hang out online?
Who are you talking to?
Exactly. And finally, why are you making this music? What's its core message? Its purpose? What makes it unique? Your unique selling proposition? Nailing this down really defines your artistic identity.
That's brilliant. It feels less like just making songs and more like building a whole artistic thing, a brand maybe.
Yeah, in a good way. And once you've defined those goals and that style, Rodrigo says you express them using the classic 4P framework from marketing.
Okay, 4PS.
Product, price, place, and promotion. Your product is your music itself. It's quality, originality, consistency. Is it authentically you?
Right.
Price is how you value it. Is it free? Freemium? Do you have premium subscriptions, maybe through Patreon? Place is where you distribute and sell it online platforms, maybe physical merch, live shows.
Makes sense.
And promotion is how you market it, using all those organic, paid, or influencer methods we just talked about. These frameworks together give you a really solid roadmap, a holistic view of your art as a, well, sustainable practice.
Okay, this next one is huge. Every artist, every creator really hits it at some point. The dreaded creative block.
Oh, yeah, the worst.
That wall where ideas just dry up or nothing you make feels good enough. It raises that big question. How do we get inspiration to compose music when the well feels totally dry?
Rodrigo offers some fantastic ways to combat that creative drought. And what's great is his tips aren't just about sparking a single idea. They actually broaden your whole musical vocabulary.
Oh, interesting. So it's like long-term fuel.
Kinda, yeah. His first tip is super powerful. Actively listening to other artists.
You mean really listening, not just having background music on?
Oh, absolutely not passive. It's about deliberate learning. Learning from their skills, discovering new sounds, techniques, stimulating your own imagination.
How does he suggest doing that?
Use platforms like Spotify, YouTube, whatever you like, but the key is pay deep attention. Analyze the melody, the harmony, the rhythm, the lyrics, the production choices. Ask yourself why it works. How did they achieve that sound or feeling?
Deconstructing it.
Exactly. Then try to emulate elements you like or improvise based on them in your own style. It's like getting a free masterclass every time you really listen.
Okay, I like that. What else?
Going beyond music, he suggests reading books. Seriously. Stories, characters, themes, different perspectives in literature can be incredibly stimulating for your imagination.
How does that translate to music?
Think about the emotions evoked by a plot point or a character's journey. Can you translate that feeling to a chord progression, a melody, a lyrical concept?
Never thought of it that way.
Similarly, watching movies, films are these rich blends of visuals and sound. Pay attention to the cinematography, the editing rhythm, the sound design, and obviously the score itself.
Yeah, film scores are amazing.
How do they build tension or evoke sadness without words? That's a powerful lesson for any musician. A single impactful scene, or even just a unique sound effect in a film, could totally spark a new track idea.
I can definitely see that. Any more unexpected sources?
Exploring nature. Get outside. He points out the incredible beauty and diversity, the sounds of a forest, the rhythm of waves, the visual patterns.
Finding music in the world around you.
Pretty much. Think about the landscape, the ambient sounds, the feeling of that environment. How does nature compose itself? There are endless rhythmic and melodic ideas just waiting out there.
That's a lovely thought.
And finally, a more inward approach. Meditating. This helps you connect with your inner self, your intuition. It's about quieting the mental noise.
Clearing the clutter.
Yeah. Observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Just letting your own innate creativity bubble up. There are tons of apps for guided meditation or just sit quietly. The goal is making space for those new ideas to emerge from within you.
So the big message here is like, don't just stare at a blank DW screen, right?
Definitely not.
Look beyond your usual influences. Try different things. Experiment until you find what really sparks your unique creativity.
Exactly. Keep feeding the well.
Okay, now, let's connect all this back to the bigger picture. It's really about building a community around your art, isn't it?
That's fundamental.
Rodrigo talks about superfans. Now, we all want fans, obviously, but what exactly makes a superfan different from just, a regular listener?
Right. A super fan, the way Rodrigo defines it, is really in a league of their own. They're not just casually streaming your song. They are fixated on your music.
Okay, fixated. How so?
They know your lyrics by heart. They're active on all your platforms, commenting, sharing. They show up. Their support is unwavering. It's not just a passive listen. It's a deep emotional connection, sometimes even a financial investment through things like Patreon or merch.
Wow.
They trust your artistic vision. They value what you create. And they become your advocates. They tell their friends. They're the ones who go above and beyond. You're true champions.
That sounds like the absolute dream for any independent artist. But how do you even begin to find these people? It feels kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack sometimes.
It can feel that way, but it doesn't have to be random luck. Rodrigo lays out some really clear strategies for finding them, attracting them, and then, importantly, engaging them deeply.
Okay, let's hear it. How do you find them?
First, start simple. Your existing network. Friends, family, colleagues, people you already know. Don't be shy about asking for referrals or sharing your music within those circles on social media.
Leverage what you've got.
Exactly. Second, and this is where it gets more strategic, identify your niche market. Get really specific about your genre, your mood, maybe even the lifestyle your music fits into.
Okay.
Then look for fans of artists who are similar to you. Check out related artists on Spotify. Use tools like Google Trends to see what topics your ideal audience is buzzing about. Where do they congregate online?
Find their digital hangouts.
Right. Which leads to the third point. Engage with online communities. Join relevant subreddits, Discord servers, Facebook groups where your kind of music is discussed. Or, even better, start creating your own valuable content, blog posts, videos, tutorials that attracts people interested in your specific style or message.
So provide value beyond just the songs.
Precisely. Draw them in.
Okay, so let's say you've identified some potential superfans. How do you actually attract them? Make them want to join your inner circle?
It really boils down to two things: quality and authenticity. First, your music itself has to be compelling. High-quality production, original, consistent, memorable. It needs to connect emotionally and genuinely express who you are.
The foundation.
Absolutely. Then, your content. This is everything else you share. Valuable, relevant stuff, behind-the-scenes glimpses, posts about your process, videos, live streams.
Show the person behind the music.
Exactly. Diversify the formats, tutorials, Q&As, interviews. Show you're more than just the tracks they stream. And finally, your brand, your unique identity. Your name, logo, visual style, the voice and tone you use. It all communicates your value and helps you stand out in that incredibly crowded digital space.
Makes sense. Be recognizable, be authentic. So you've attracted them with great music and content. How do you keep them engaged? How do you turn them into those loyal, passionate supporters Rodrigo describes?
This is crucial. It's about nurturing a real relationship. First, actively seek out and truly listen to their feedback.
Ask them what they think.
Yeah. Use social media polls, simple surveys. Ask them questions.
Yeah.
Show them that their opinions actually matter to you, that you care about their input.
Builds connection.
Totally.
Yeah.
Second, prioritize interaction. Don't just broadcast. Communicate with them. Respond to comments, DMs. Make them feel like they're genuinely part of your journey, not just spectators watching from afar.
Make it a two-way street.
Absolutely. Maybe use platforms like Zoom or Discord for exclusive live chats or Q&As. Show genuine interest in them, not just their listening habits. And finally, build and maintain that deep relationship. Foster loyalty through exclusive experiences or rewards. Platforms like Patreon or Kickstarter are perfect for this.
Offering special perks.
Exactly. Exclusive content, early access, unique merchandise, shout-outs, maybe even collaborations or input on creative decisions. These superfans, as Rodrigo emphasizes, are the absolute lifeblood for an independent artist. They provide that core, unwavering support you need to not just survive, but actually thrive.
Wow. That's powerful.
So yeah, we've covered a lot today, really walking through Rodrigo Marquez's super clear, practical guide from home studio start.
It's been great.
We hit on why marketing is basically your essential compass now, how amazingly accessible home recording tools really are,
Yeah, that was eye-opening.
the power of really defining your musical goals and your unique style, finding diverse ways to spark that creative inspiration when you feel stuck, and crucially, how to actually find, attract, and then genuinely engage those first vital superfans.
And I think what Rodrigo's article really hammers home the big takeaway is that achieving your musical dreams independently, through home recording, it isn't just some pipe dream anymore.
Not at all.
It's entirely within your grasp. So as you step into your home studio next time, or maybe just open up your DAW on your laptop, here's something to think about. What part of your unique artistic journey are you most ready to unleash right now? What are you ready to share with the world and really start turning those dreams into a vibrant reality?